Hey, what is up, everybody? I'm here to give you guys my WWE NXT review for October 18th, 2017, and I'm just going to get right into it. We had the commentary team of Percy Watson, Nigel McGuinness, and Mauro Ranallo, and we had the first match on the show. It was a triple threat match where the winner was going to get into the four-way match at NXT TakeOver Houston, or whatever that show is going to be called. It was Sonya Deville versus Ember Moon versus Ruby Riott. This was a really good match. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was probably the best match on the show, actually, which is kind of disappointing considering the fact what the main event was. But to me, it was the best match on the show. All the women actually go to lock up, and since Sonya Deville is like more of an MMA type of superstar, she instead just knees both of them right in the ribs. And everybody just starts hitting dives on each other. Ember Moon hits a sick Hurricanrana. Sonya Deville hits a Hurricanrana herself. She hits a head scissors, driving Sonya Deville face first into the turnbuckle. Sonya Deville kicks the shit out of both Moon and Ruby Riott for a while with some nice shootplexes and some nice forearms and some nice MMA type of style offenses. Ember Moon starts to make a comeback. Ember Moon and Ruby Riott go at it for a little bit, and Ruby Riott goes for a torpe suicida on the outside, but Deville catches her with a right hand, and what else? Ember Moon hits a springboard crossbody, and later on when she goes to hit it again, Sonya Deville catches her with a spear, which looks sick. And Sonya Deville tries to go off the apron. Ember Moon catches her with a drop kick, and Sonya Deville then hits a plancha off the top turnbuckle on the outside, taking out both women. And then this ends up hurting her knee. So Sonya Deville hits that Enziguri, her finisher. I don't know the name of it, but she needs a new finisher still. But she's too injured to make the cover. So Sonya Deville realizes that she's hurt. So she puts Ruby Riott in the ankle lock for a long-ass time. Then eventually Ember Moon hits the Eclipse from behind, which looks sick, and she pins Ruby Riott for the win. So now Ember Moon's going to be in the Fatal 4-Way match at NXT TakeOver Houston, which makes sense because they've been building her up a lot. I knew it wasn't going to be Ruby Riott winning because I just don't think it's her time to be in there. I think they need to do something new with her. Sonya Deville, I think, will eventually be a huge star in NXT. But I thought this match was really good. Everybody fought like this match was important. They made this match, obviously because of the stakes involved. I thought the women worked really hard, and I thought this match was just really good. 3.5 stars. And I'm liking what the direction of the women's division is going. Like, it's going in a nice, new, fresh direction. And then in the WWE Performance Center, we see a video of the Undisputed Era talking to Roderick Strong, and they give him a T-shirt, like he's asking him to join the group, and Roderick Strong, I think, gave it back to him like he refused to join the group. So, what I think is happening is they're trying to tease that Roderick Strong's possibly going to join this group, but eventually he probably won't join this group because I don't think it would be a mistake to turn him heel. It would be kind of cool because it would actually be a cool swerve, but I think he's doing such a good job as this underdog babyface. I almost said babyface heel, but that doesn't make sense. He's doing such a good job as this underdog babyface. I think it would be a mistake to turn him heel. What I think should happen is Adam Cole should win the NXT title, and Roderick Strong should beat him at NXT. And that's who Roderick Strong beats to finally win the NXT title, because that would be really cool. So I hope that's where it goes. Then William Regal gets interviewed, and he goes to announce what the next qualifying match is going to be for the NXT Women's Title 4-Way match. But the Iconic Duo come up, and they think that he's just going to put Billie Kay in the match, and they try to kiss up to him and stuff. But William Regal then announces that instead that we're going to have a battle royal. That everybody else, where the winner, whoever wins, will get into the 4-Way match, and the Iconic Duo aren't happy about it. But overall, I like this backstage segment. A lot of people don't seem to like the Iconic Duo, but I like them. I think they really do a good job of getting heat, and I think it's a good gimmick. I like it. It's the popular high school girls. Then we had Raul Mendoza versus Aleister Black. Before the match starts, the Velveteen Dream pops up and he puts Aleister Black's coat on, jacket, and this allows Roman Mendoza to get the offense in early on Aleister Black. He hits a flip dive over the top rope, and then he hits a springboard swanton bomb in the ring, and then eventually Aleister Black beats him with the Black Mass, and he doesn't acknowledge the Velveteen Dream until he already leaves through the stage. Good match, 3 stars. Didn't really care much for like the whole Velveteen Dream Aleister Black stuff. It's just there's so many other people that Aleister Black could wrestle. There's so many better options. Instead, they're going with the Velveteen Dream. And I have a feeling once the Velveteen Dream and Aleister Black do get in the ring with each other, it will probably be a really good match. It's just the feud's not going to be anything special. Then we had Drew McIntyre's exclusive interview. And if you have not seen this, check this out, because this was a really good interview. I thought Drew McIntyre presented himself very well here. He talks about how, the first time he won the NXT title, how it was actually his dream. He talked about how when he was fired from WWE, he just couldn't believe it because all he knows is wrestling. And when he wasn't a WWE superstar anymore, it broke his heart because him and his girlfriend at the time, who is now his wife, or his fiance, I forget which one, had just bought an apartment 4 days before, and he couldn't fathom it. And he called his father, and he said that his girlfriend saw that fire back in him because he had lost that fire when he was in the WWE. So he worked just as hard to get back into NXT, and now he's the champion, and he wants to use this to influence everybody, not just in wrestling, but in all types of fields. Then Zelina Vega comes up and takes over the interview. She asks Drew McIntyre, she pretty much rubs salt in the wounds by talking about how him and Andrade Cien Almas are both very similar. Almas also was in a rut, but then he found Zelina Vega, but he had to get fired to find himself again. And she also talks about how Drew McIntyre is too afraid to face Andrade Cien Almas, but McIntyre just says, well, why don't you go take it up with William Regal? And they pretty much go back and forth. And overall, I actually like this interview segment. What kind of sucks is that this is leading to a Drew McIntyre Andrade Cien Almas program, which I'm not really digging that too much, but I'm hoping it just is a match in NXT, because I actually think that McIntyre should be involved in that Undisputed Era stuff, because it really doesn't make any sense if he's not, but I think it's just going to lead to like a match in NXT, because if it goes to TakeOver, that would be stupid. I don't want that to happen. Almost in the World NXT title program would just be stupid. That would be dumb. But overall, this interview segment was good. Then we had Cassius Ohno versus Cesaro Bononi. Cassius Ohno wins with a forearm. I don't even know what it's called. It wasn't a bad match, 2 stars, but it was just there. Nothing special. Like I talked, Cassius Ohno's return has just been a fail, I think. He just hasn't done anything special, so it's a fail. He's just there. I think because he's been in this business for so long that there's really nothing. He's just there for, I don't think he's just there for a pay. Like, he wants to be there, but I think like him being there really doesn't matter. His return flopped so bad. Then we had the main event. It was a 6-man tag team match. The Undisputed Era versus Sanity with Nikki Cross ringside. Sanity was Eric Young, Alexander Wolf, and Killian Dane. Very good main event. Sanity dominated the first half of it, but then eventually the Undisputed Era gained control. They dominated Eric Young for a long time. Then Killian Dane gets the hot tag, and I thought he hit some nice big man powerhouse moves. And my favorite spot of the match was Sanity all gets in the ring, and after Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly had already been laid out, they go after Adam Cole. And they surround him. They eventually get his hands on him. And they're about to hit the finish on him. Then the Authors of Pain return. So they don't exactly get the revenge on Adam Cole, which I actually like, that they protected him. And the Authors of Pain come out and they pretty much attack Sanity. They beat the crap out of him. They hit the final chapter on Killian Dane, the Super Collider on Wolf and Young. And afterwards they hold up the NXT Tag Team titles. and pretty much indicate that they want their rematch for the titles, because this is the first time we've seen them since NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 2. And I actually like this a lot. You know, this protected both teams, because both teams didn't have to eat the fall to lose, because I think both teams are actually really doing great right now. It would be a huge blow if any of them ate the fall. And I actually like the fact that Authors of Pain are back now. And I actually kind of can't wait to see them chase for the belts. So that was good. And the match overall gets a 3.25 star. And overall, this show, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. I thought the show flowed very well. I thought this was actually a really good show, and I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. Talk to you later.